As usual, your phone putting me to shame. It's all clear. How much else is it on your thing? Hello, y'all. How's it going? Hello. We're coming. If it looks a little dark and creepy, we playing with the lighting a bit. I mean, like we in a movie theater on my phone. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. I just can't. All right. We look like we in a theater. Yeah. All right, y'all. So we're back. Guess who's back? I listen to a lot of music, so I sing while I talk. Don't judge me.
What's your favorite music type?
Your phone on the way up? I don't want to mess with it. I didn't even know where to touch it. My favorite music type, right now, what just calls my soul is probably reggae music.
You too? That's my favorite music, and what about?
Girl, wait, how do you mean?
Girl, I thought you be feeling it all in your
Yes,
soul.
oh girl, I was listening to Stir It Up.
Yes. Oh, girl.
Yesterday in the car, girl, loud, just riding. Ooh, that was it right there.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, that one speaks to me. I like I probably like a big mixture. I won't say everything, a lot of the newer music. But I do like Ariana Grande's Seven Rings. No, Rings. Something. I think it's Seven Rings.
Alright.
I'm gonna play that for y'all.
You like bounce music?
I like the bounce music that we were raised on.
Like Get the Gas.
Yeah,
Is that bounce?
It's probably, but like you know when Cash Money came out,
Yes.
that's
yes.
I like that. You know, I said that.
Yeah.
But like you know the newer bounce, I don't even know if they make newer bounce, but like Cash Money bounce, Lil Wayne, like when he was Lil Wayne. Yeah, I
like all that.
Nas.
Okay.
We warming up.
Yeah.
So,
forgive us for being late, but good morning, everybody.
We're not late though.
Yeah, we right on time.
Always. I did my best.
Yeah.
I really did. Y'all have.
did.
I've been up since 4:30.
I don't have coffee breath. I'm sorry.
As long as it doesn't I could do coffee, but not poop. So today, guys, thank y'all for joining me. If it's a little dark on Facebook, I probably need to update my phone. Instagram, this is Melissa's new all sexy phone. That's me, look. That's when I had hair. If you're on Instagram, if you don't know who I am, somebody said y'all so beautiful. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I washed my face this morning.
Me too. Thank you.
If I am, I go by Dr. Sheikah Square. My birth name is Sheikah Square. And
I am Melissa McClendon. Yeah, my birth name is Melissa Burns. Anyway, carry on. All right.
You know, she's sharing and caring today.
Yeah.
Sharing and caring. And so we are going to continue our conversation from last time about finances, money. I'm going to tag Square McGarry on here like I did last time so you can go and schedule your tax appointment because those W-2s is dropping. I've already done it on Facebook. I know if I got to get it. I'm going to try to do it from back here. And so we're going to continue that conversation today. Ask your questions because it makes it all fun and exciting. This, oh, it came up closer. You could have left it on. Alright, and then I gotta pin it. Wait. Pin. Alright, we official. So, okay, but ask your questions. I'm gonna give some shout outs. See who we have on Instagram, Facebook. I can't really see. Oh, I think that's my aunt. Is that my aunt? Because it got something in front of it. Oh. I see Square. Is that you, Auntie Brenda? All right, so we have Christopher Stalbert is on Best Pest Control. Best Pest Control. People need pest control in the world.
Roaches there.
Girl, ain't the rats. I had a dream about rats. Somebody tell me what that means. I've Become Fearless is on Instagram. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining.
Patrick Carter.
He said yes. I'm assuming that's a girl. I mean a dude. Mm-hmm. And then, all right. So let's jump in. Thank y'all for joining us. You could be anywhere, but you're choosing to be with us.
Thank you.
And I am grateful, still understanding and learning my presence and gifts. So I am just overjoyed that you are here. And we're going to talk, again, we're going to continue the conversation on money and finances. During tax season, in life, everything we talk about, you can use your entire life. More specifically now, before you start getting those big refunds and buying things that won't necessarily put you in a position where you are good next year, we want to give you some tips and tools that we use that I know work, and then that's it. I think Robin is saying, "Hey, ladies." I can't see.
Hey, Robin.
I know my name.
Good morning.
We can't see.
Good morning, y'all.
All right. So you want me to start all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Leader.
First,
you're leader.
Thank you. And so I ate breakfast this morning. I'm ready. I'm just bouncing off the wall.
Me too.
I'm gonna get you some coffee all the time. All right. So February 1st, before I forget, is our Smart Money 2.0 seminar. It's absolutely free. It's at 3400 Garden Oaks. So we'll talk about that a little later. But boom. All right. So money and finances. So one of the things that I see a lot with expanding the tax business is people who are very afraid to file their taxes. So I wanted to start there to get your thoughts on that. So people are afraid to file taxes, and some of the reasons that I've been getting when I ask them, some people who owe child support, we're going there today, will say, what's the point in filing? They're going to take it anyway. Or some people are like, it's just so overwhelming because I went from being a employee to a business owner and I really don't know where to start. So they just don't file at all. Or then something will happen and they file with somebody who messes up their taxes, or they try to file them themselves, and they get audited and they just don't open the letters. I don't know what to I don't know what to do, so I don't do anything. And so I want to kind of go into that today because it's understandable. Like, if I don't know what to do, a lot of people just won't do anything. First thing I recommend, get you somebody that knows what to do. Get you somebody that you can feel comfortable with, that'll at least walk you through the process. A lot of times with Square and McGarry Tax, we will, with our current clients, walk them through any old audit processes that they're in, and then even offer assistance if something happens in the future, so that you're not just not dealing with it, because that can cost you a lot of money in the long term. And also something that always comes to mind is that with the size of refunds that I've seen people get $12,000 and $14,000 back.
Oh, why not?
You bless the Lord, bless me.
Yes.
You want to be on the road? But with that type of money, I'm about to be transparent. I spent so far about $10,000 to $15,000 on marketing for Square and McGarry Tax. Keep that number in your mind. I spent that amount of money up until now, like in the last few months, on marketing and getting everything up and running so we could be ready for tax season. Let's say I'm not gonna get that much back. I already know. But let's say you get $15,000 or $10,000 back in a tax return. Not only could you start a passive stream of income or an additional stream of income, but you could also market it to where you might not see the money right then and there, but you'll see it later on. To where in additional years, now you're making an additional $20,000, $30,000, $100,000, $200,000. Because you positioned yourself. So there's no real reason to be afraid. Get with somebody that knows how to maneuver through the system, and then learn to position yourself in a way to where you don't have to constantly be afraid of money and afraid to do things that are different. So that's where I really wanted to start today and get you guys' questions, thoughts on that as well, because it's really important that you stop being afraid of money. Mm-hmm. Stop being afraid of, filing your taxes. Stop being afraid of doing something different. It's not necessary. So, what's your thoughts?
That's very true. So for me, I didn't want to file my taxes, and I did, and of course I owe. But the thing is, if you can deal with it, like you told me, I was all worried about it. You said, well, you can call them. You can actually get them to maybe adjust that amount.
Yeah.
Or you could set up a payment plan. Yes. So it's not anything that you need to be afraid of. First, you have to acknowledge it, and that's what debt too. They always say. Okay. Because sometimes we're scared to look at how much we owe or whatever. But the first thing for change is acknowledging it.
Acknowledging it, and then to piggyback off of that. So the IRS, so once again, Melissa be scared we're going to get targeted because I be giving these tips about the IRS. But, something I learned a few years ago is something called a bureaucratic process, right? And if you correct me if I'm wrong, because I will fudge up a name. But a bureaucratic process is more so a process where there's so many different layers, and the layers are put into place to tire you out. That's the simple version of it. I think I'm saying it right. I know I'm talking the right process, but I believe it's yours. And so I look at the IRS as something where there's these multi-layered processes. You talk to somebody on Monday. You call back Tuesday. It's somebody completely different, and the person on Monday didn't make notes. Right. And then Tuesday they tell you one thing. When you call back Thursday, they say she lied. You can't do that. Yeah. And I believe those processes are in place, and I think the IRS trained those people to do that. I really do. So you could be like, fuck it. Yeah. I don't care. Just take all my money, But if you learn how to maneuver through the process or partner with somebody that doesn't mind going, I'm going to figure this process out. Then what'll happen is you understand it's a process and it's meant to make you feel discouraged. And then once you figure out the process and you bypass all the people at the bottom and you go to at least middle level or the top, you get results. And so the IRS, like when I was telling you to call, just call them. Call them. By law, they have to work with you. If you say, I can't do it, I can't. But if you're making attempts, they'll work with you. So it's nothing to be afraid of. You don't have to be afraid. And if you truly can't afford it, you can provide evidence that you can't afford it. And they also, and many times, will waive the debt. A lot of people don't know that. Like, they'll be scared and just start paying. Why do that? I can't afford this.
Or reduce it.
They'll reduce it, and you'll have to write it off on your taxes. But even with debt, there's so many different ways to make money. And so a lot of times, in order to understand money, study people who have money. Follow the tips of people. Big. Follow the people. So if you're talking to your aunt who broke about taxes, right, and she's saying, girl, that's stupid, don't even file your taxes, or claim man, and then act like you have a home office, and then you get audited, well, your aunt is broke. And so she giving you broke people tips. But if you master or be with masters, you don't have to be a master, but be around masters, what'll happen is they'll start giving you tips that they actually use that are proven. So where you hardly owe the IRS anything.
Right. And even if you don't have direct access, because I remember back in the day, I didn't know millionaires or people that were successful, so I would look online, YouTube videos. Okay. You can read books. You can find ways, even though you don't have direct access to those people, you can get that advice that's needed to learn.
You can listen to rap songs.
They teaching
They tell you what they do. Like, I listened to one of my favorite songs, Meek Mill, Rick Ross, and Jay-Z. I can't think of the name of it. But it's like Jay-Z in the song tells you that I got this accountant that does my taxes so well, I never owe a dime. So you go, I know Jay-Z make more money than me right now. If he could do it, I know I could do it. So it's like, just listen and then research what he's doing, and they put all of that stuff on there. So we're talking about that. It's also like mindsets that we have that you have to get rid of. And then also understanding that there is opportunities for you to put yourself in a different position. And right now people are excited and ready for those tax refunds. And so we want to let you know there's opportunities for you to put yourself in a different position.
Like, be smart about it. Everybody's, I remember I used to look forward to it too. Like, I'm about to go out of town. I'm going to buy me something. But not to say you can't treat yourself
Treat
or whatever,
yourself.
but the thing is, use that to put yourself in a different position.
Absolutely.
You know, become a homeowner because that's something that's gonna last you a lifetime.
Or an investment property.
Yeah, or a business, something that's gonna benefit you long term. You know, not just for 1 month.
Or somebody might be saying, I don't want none of that. Think about what it is you want. Something that'll make you, you know, get an investment. Like learn about mutual funds, stocks, or something to where the biggest thing is find a vehicle that will continue to make you money even when you're sleeping.
Yes.
Like that's the goal. Like when you're not able to go to work, money is still coming in. And so I can give you some of this big fine lady right here.
You see her?
She fine. You know, and so my first passive, well, second actually. My first was investments. I had got involved in stocks and mutual funds. And I started to see money was being made even when I wasn't there. It wasn't, well, no, I made about $4,000 my first run. I know we can't see this.
Oh, thank you.
And then my second run at passive income was books. When I wrote books, I would put them, and I'm just giving y'all the game. I mean, here you go, it's free. Different bookstores around the country and online, I would wake up to deposits. Like they had a deposit in my account last month, and I was like, oh, I must have sold some books. I didn't even see this one coming.
Praise God.
Hallelujah. And so, but passive income. So just think about some of the things that you like to do. So you can put yourself in a different position. You could use your refund to help get somebody to help you publish a book. You can, start a food company. I mean,
start a YouTube channel. Like I've been saying that. Did you know that people are making millions of dollars with the what you call it, mukbang? Is that how you call it? Yes, they are on YouTube eating. Filming themselves eating, and they make. I know. I'm down.
You down for it?
Yes.
I'm gonna get fat messing with it. Shoot, I'm already in the gym.
They got one lady. She became a millionaire.
And the one make the sounds. Or
she does. I don't know. She does. She eats the king crabs.
Yes.
So
all she does is make sounds in the microphone, and this lady's made $1 million. But all she probably had to buy her microphone. So use your refund to buy your microphone. Just find a passion and stick with it. And so that was the biggest thing that we wanted to talk about today. So ask your questions. And so I'm gonna get into just some tax tips. And we're here. We have the lights on because the lighting was messing up the cameras. But we're here at one of the tax locations at 2523 Bayou Road if you're here in New Orleans, and we are open today. And then we have the West Bank location where the seminar is going to be 3400 Garden Oaks. So we have Keyshawn Griffin. Oh wait, that name is so.
Hey Keyshawn, good morning.
I think you're a client. We have a Griffin client. I don't know.
She's my client too.
If you're the Keyshawn that we're doing your taxes, let me know. I'm glad to tune in. I have to get this knowledge.
Yes, girl, get it.
I remember some of the people names. And then I'm trying to see if we have any questions. So ask your questions.
Yeah, ask whatever questions you have. We're talking about money. We're talking about taxes. 2020 is your year to get right.
Yep, absolutely. Something else. I talk a lot on Tax Tuesdays. I started Tax Tuesdays on Facebook. Oh, that is her. Okay, hey, Miss Griffin. So see, we have real life clients. It's a big world with real clients. Because y'all be thinking I'm chucking and driving y'all. But see, somebody, we actually are helping her with her taxes right now. Tell them, And so another question that we normally get around taxes. Oh, this is one too.
A HELOC. How do you feel about using a HELOC? That's something I'm actually looking into as well. So I think it's good depending on what you're trying to do. So for me.
Wait, but first tell me what a HELOC is.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
Right. Some people are like me because I had to think for a second.
So a HELOC is a home equity line of credit. So that is when you have a home and let's say you owe $120 on it and your house is worth $200. So you have about $80,000 in equity. So a HELOC actually allows you to take that equity, use that equity and get a line of credit based on that equity. So it's almost like having like this cash line. It is good if you're using it for something like investment or maybe renovations to your home. I'm actually looking at it for, possibly to use to actually purchase an investment property. So it depends.
So can you expand on that? Because I know somebody. I don't know if this is legal, so I'm not gonna say their name. But she used her HELOC to start a business.
If it's something, I would use it for investment. So I wouldn't just use it just to say, okay, I'm just gonna take this line of credit out and go shopping.
No, so she did. She started a business, and now she makes about $22,000 a month.
Yeah, so that's a great investment.
That was a great investment because I think she only pulled out about $22,000. So
I think that's a great investment. Or if you're using it to maybe renovate your house so that you can possibly, sell it for a higher price, something like that. A lot of people use it to buy investment properties or as a down payment for an investment property.
And so tell us a little bit, because I remember researching them. It might get loud. Mama Jennifer and Mama Vera are in the building.
Cut up mode.
They ain't cut up mode. They already loud. We're in Community Book Center, and we have our own office in the back of Community Book Center, one of the tax offices. But in the front, they be loud. She gonna come back here. I'm gonna put the camera on her too. But so some of the things, how does it normally work? If I'm interested in just getting more information, how does it normally work?
So it normally works, they're not going to give you all the equity. They usually give you about 80%. So 80% of what your house is worth. And you, of course, take out the balance of your loan. And they're going to do an appraisal to see what your house is worth. And then they have this line of credit that you can pull from.
And so if I don't touch it, do I still have to make payments or charge?
No, you can just kind of have it just sitting there, almost like a credit card almost.
And then when I take it out, how long do I have before I have to pay it back?
So it will be like a second mortgage. So you will pay
some time. So and some people will take them out and put them back very soon, so they don't pay. Because keep in mind you have to pay interest on it and stuff like that. Yeah. So some people will. See you later.
Yeah, so you want to use it wisely, but it can be good if you're using it for something that can potentially
make
bring
you
you
a
more
lot of money. Yeah, that's good. That was a good question. Who asked that?
That is my little nephew.
All right, little nephew.
He's an electrician. Y'all follow Electric Plus LLC.
Shout outs to Electric Plus. All right, Keshawn Griffin said I'll be meeting Melissa today.
Yeah, girl. I'll see you at 3:30.
So we extra got to get them texts together. Finish uploading your stuff. We still waiting on your W-2s. I remember you. Shoot. All right. Shoot. Come on, Miss Griffin. And so I was about to talk about something, but Melissa blew my mind. Oh, I got it. So some people will come and ask us another text question that we get. I'm sorry, Facebook, that is pulled out, but if y'all don't mind, I'm with it. I'm trying. Let me see. It just looked like we're sitting in a movie theater.
We a whole mood.
A whole mood right now.
A whole mood over here.
I should have bought my incense.
Yes, girl.
Girl, little smoke would have been coming up in the back. We should have got some crab legs and a microphone.
We could have been having a mukbang inside.
I don't know, but I did have a taste of crawfish when I woke up.
Y'all want to watch us? Y'all want to tune in while we eat crawfish?
So, get your dances together. All right, y'all laughing. I think that next time, that's when we winning. We should go find us somewhere to eat. But she all for it. So another question we get a lot, I do not recommend it. She said I know. And is, can I use my last check stub to file my taxes? I don't recommend it. We don't do it. We'll wait until, we'll read that question in a second. We'll wait until, can you say it?
Names of some good publishing companies. I hope y'all seeing all my some names of some good publishing companies.
Okay, I'll come back to that. So I don't recommend it, and I don't do it. I will wait. We'll start all your stuff and get your stuff in and wait for your W-2 to come, or for you to at least call and get your final numbers, because a lot of times what people don't realize, you'll forget you got another check after that or whatever, and your W-2, the numbers will be different. And so if we file, or if a tax preparer files based on your last check stub and your numbers change, and you file your taxes based on your last check stub, but your W-2 is different numbers, the IRS gets your W-2. And you can be possibly, not always, because they might miss it, but you could be charged interest on that additional money. You could be charged fees for not filing that, and then run into more situations because you didn't want to wait a few more days. So, like, that's a big question that I want to just hurry up and file. I'm waiting for this W-2. I don't want to file. I just want to use my last check stuff. Unless, you're absolutely sure or no interest or no fees come out, like you get 1099s or something, I don't recommend filing it without your W-2s because we've seen it where the number changed. A lady the other day, we started putting our information in and we were waiting for her W-2 and she was like, no, it's the same. We was like, all right, we're going to wait. She got our W-2 the very next day. So sometimes you don't want to wait and it's quick. And the numbers were different. And I said, I told you. And so just make sure that you're waiting for your W-2 so you can completely file so you don't have to worry about being audited, interest over something as simple as not wanting to wait for your W-2. Patience. So Miss Dowden says the name of some good publishing companies. I think it's dependent on what route you want to go. I started my own publishing company when I did my first book because I wanted to own all rights and get all money and have a say and not have anybody go in and change my book. But I know some people, this guy I know, he got a deal with Pelican, and what'll happen is they'll give you an advance, but they pretty much own your book at that point. So it just depends. Only people I've heard of that get like amazing publishing deals out the gate. Not to say this can't happen because you can write something that's amazing. I didn't even shop around. Or like celebrities. They'll give them like full rights and give them money because they want, people to look at the publishing company. But if you don't want to do the marketing and the legwork, I think publishing companies are the way to go because I had to do a lot of legwork in the beginning to get my book out there. And so people can know I had one. And then I was able to reap the rewards. Like I got a spot on iHeartRadio from it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, girl, I was working. Wow. I got featured at Essence Festival a couple of years, and so a lot of great things came from it. Wow. And so
that's
it's
big.
Yeah, and so it's a gate opener, a door opener. A lot of speaking engagements came from it. I mean, money from it. I mean, for a while, that's how I was paying my mortgage. And so. It's a great opportunity and it's a good stream of income. And people will call you just to sell your books and hear about your books. So it just depends what route you want to go. So we're going to come over here because Sean Griffin said, I don't either waiting for my second W-2. All right, we ready. We still have your stuff in the system waiting on you. Ms. Dowden says publishing companies to use. Dowden said, is it good to use a tax company to negotiate with the IRS, such as Fidelity and all these others that come up? Okay.
That's a
great question.
Yeah, very
So on Facebook, Ms. Dowden asked if I have to negotiate with the IRS because something comes up and I owe money. Should I use a tax company or what should I do? So if the tax company gets their registration, certifications, and licensing from the IRS, then the owner of that company has the authority. So Square McGarry Tax has the authority to go to the IRS on your behalf. Because we went to the IRS to be legit to file your taxes. And we filed directly with them. So we have the authority to go to the IRS on your behalf. So first make sure the company has the authority to go to the IRS. And then we may be better equipped a lot of times to know your rights and responsibilities, the IRS's responsibilities, and how to, kind of have that conversation and what documentation to provide. So it may just be an easier process if you go to a tax company to go to the IRS on your behalf. In some cases, there may be a fee. In some cases, there may not be. So it just really depends on your situation and if you've already filed your taxes. A lot of times with our company, we offer incentives to help our customers long after tax season is over. So,
oh Lord, I keep forgetting to get too close. Oh, that was a good question. That was good information.
And so, if the short answer is, it's probably easier on you as the taxpayer to go through a tax company if you need to negotiate the IRS. Like I said, we may have more knowledge and we have the authority to negotiate on your behalf and to help you, provide letters and things like that. So, but that's a good question. But the main thing is that you're not afraid to do it. So just get it handled, and it can work out for. And sometimes people are scared to file, and you end up being due a refund.
You might be missing out on your blessings. Yes. Do not block your blessings.
Don't block your blessings.
Don't
the
block
blessings,
them.
you know, they said, if you're on my road, bless me. So a lot of people don't know. So right now we're filing current 2019 taxes, right? But if you haven't filed 18, 17, and 16, and once we go through your taxes, we find that you are owed money, like you're due a refund, we can go and negotiate that to be deposited into your checking account. So for people that's like, I don't want that, I'm scared. You know, we might be able to take care of some stuff to where you get some money back after it's all said and done. But if you never handle it, then, you know. But you know, so that's all I
So just go ahead and do it, even if you're scared. Do it.
Yeah. What do you want?
What did I want to add? We talked on taxes, which we talked about the company. February 1st, we're doing our event where we're going to talk about smart money. We're going to have Malika Honore talking credit, and also you'll be able to file your taxes right there.
I forgot.
That's pretty big. And this is a free event, so if you want to come and bring your tax information, we'll have a tax preparation person on board.
So I'm gonna have the ladies ready to file taxes the day of the event. We have multiple offices at the location. So one of the back offices, she gonna be working.
Yeah.
And so slide in there, get your taxes done, come out, get your knowledge. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I did want to kind of talk about self-limiting beliefs a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of them is fear. Like we were kind of talking about that, just being afraid.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Well, I'm gonna let you elaborate.
She did me like that.
Yep, you brought it up.
So just to be a little bit personal, something we work with a lot and talk about a lot is just self-limiting beliefs on money. Because you know, I think in our culture, a lot of times we hear negative things about money. And it just puts this thing in our head that we can't have money, or that people that have money are a certain type of person.
Yes.
So this creates self-limiting beliefs, and so we get money and then it goes away from us.
Yeah, it flies out of our hands.
We don't do the right things with it because we don't have the knowledge. So that's something I wanted to touch on, and just with us getting our taxes, we definitely can use that to do something positive with.
And before your taxes come, you can start working on those beliefs so you don't do the same things you've done in the past, unless you did some wonderful magnanimous. I made that word up. Things. Yeah. But yeah, limiting beliefs. I know for me, something that just popped in my mind was I used to have this wall, this ceiling on my income. Like I would get to 60,000 and then fall down. I would get a job or do something and get to 60,000 and fall off. And so I was like, oh my God, there must be some kind of blockage where I think 60,000 is where it's at, and then I can't go above that. And so you have to even seeing things like that, like all your jobs, you make about the same amount of money. Or, you know, every time you make more money, you get more bills, so you're always broke. Like, you know, people can make 120,000 a year or 20,000 a year, and both of them are equally broke.
Right.
And so understanding that you might have the beliefs that are setting you up to where you're constantly revisiting the same cycles and mindsets. For instance, I know like you talked about on the last live where you would say your slowest months were in the wintertime. And so that is a limiting belief to where, you know, you might make a bunch of money and then in the wintertime you fall off because then you hit your ceiling. But then when you realize that, you can start to push past it and realize now I can make more money. And it's not just about money. It's about, well, I mean, money is, I don't understand how people say, but
it's an energy, I think.
It is an energy. Like when I have cash, I dabble in cash a lot, you know, for my pocket change. And so when I give a tip, I feel an exchange of energy. When I pay for something, I feel an exchange of energy. When I go and I count it and it's getting low, I go, ooh, I need to get some more energy. I need some more money. And so, you know, having the understanding around what money is, it is paper. I said this before. It's printed on paper. So this idea that it's scarce, how? They print it. Like they printed. Like right now, somebody can make a call. Who they not us, but the people that work at the Federal Reserve or the board. Because they print some more money. Mm-hmm. I mean, so it's really no lack.
No limit.
There's no limit. Mm-hmm. And then so it's just understanding that you don't have to get caught up in these beliefs that you can't have because somebody else has. Right. And when you understand that, you set yourself up to have more of what it is you want. And limiting beliefs can go across your life. They show up a lot of times in your money, in your love life, in your weight, and things like that. Yeah. So, dispelling those. And we'll talk a little bit about those on February 1st. Mm-hmm. We always talk about them. Yeah. But, being able to kind of readjust your mind. I hear something coming out.
Yeah. I remember, a pastor would always say, we always asking for more money. Mm-hmm. But what are we doing with the money we have? Okay. So, like you brought up something that a person could make the same amount of money. They can make $60,000 and somebody could make $120,000. But really, they could be at the same level because it depends on what they do with their money.
What are you doing with it?
It's really not, to me, about how much money you're making. It's what you do with that money you have. Mm-hmm. And I think when you do right by the money you have, you tend to get more money because you're doing right.
And freedom.
Yeah. So even in your small place, the same pastor used to say, even if I have a small house, it's going to be the best looking small house on the block. So even in your small place, even if you're making not a lot of money, do right by that money because that's how you get more and more and more.
I love that. I was drinking water. I this big old thing. And so I love that because I've had clients in the past that wouldn't keep certain things organized. Mm-hmm. And so a big thing for me is how you honor what you have. Right. How you honor your space, how you honor your employees. Like I told you, we expanded very rapidly this year. How can I honor my employees? Mm-hmm. And if honor means be respectful and kind and loving and understanding. How can I honor the money? How can I honor the clients that come in and be mindful? Like I remember the lady's name. Something as simple as remembering your people. And so, how you handle the small things prepare you for handling the big things. Right. Your kindness level. People don't realize how kind you are determines what types of relationships you build and who wants to work with you. Right. And so you never understand. We had a situation, we're not going to get into names, where, one person was reaching out. That's all I'm going to say. And then somebody else we already know was like, nah, player.
Because of the reputation.
Because of the relationship. And that person may have not realized to be kind to this other person, but we have a relationship with another. So it's just like you never know how your kindness will precede you, even when you're not in the room. That can open the doorway for more money and more opportunities. So, really take care and honor your things. Clean your car. Like something simple is clean your car, clean your house, clean your bathroom.
Do you know that some people will judge you based on how you keep your car, how you keep your house? They will look at and they'll say, oh, I don't even want to do business with her because her car is nasty. So that must say something about her.
Yeah, I'm that type. I'm that. I'm getting technical.
So you just have, like you said, honor whatever you have so that you can get more. Because we always asking for more, but you're not honoring what you have.
Right. And so we both just and I'm one of those people. Like, if you invite me to your house and your bathroom dirty. I mean, first of all, you knew I was coming. You invited me here, and your bathroom is dirty. It makes me wonder about you. I feel like you not who you say you are because it's like I couldn't even use your bathroom. And so but that's me. But it's at the same time, like Melissa was saying, like some people will judge you by not what car. She didn't say what type of car, but how you honor what it is you are in and how you honor your house. It's like if you this shifty with your own stuff, how you gonna take care of my stuff? Like if somebody comes into one of our offices and it's dirty, or like they got a roach falling from, they might be like, yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get out of the roaches and you got the roaches, and it's just, so just be mindful of those things because that can be a belief too. Because some people be like, well, I don't need to take care of this because I'm not going to have this home. But still, like you're going to do, I believe that if you have one car, because my car before the car I have now was a Mitsubishi, and I used to keep that thing clean. I had it for 12 years.
What that car you got now? Oh, Jesus. Okay. I love her car. Yeah, she got a nice
and it be mostly clean. Right now they got a lot of stuff for the business on the back seat, but even it's neat, but it ain't as clean as it used to be. And so, but I used to keep my Mitsubishi clean. I would wash it. I would vacuum it. When somebody hit me and pulled off, I went got some tape from AutoZone, but not the cheap tape.
Not the cheap tape.
Not the cheap tape. The tape that matched my headlights. Okay. You had to get close to see it. Mm-hmm. But so I could ride around and not look crazy. But then my daughter messed up my door, and then my door was about to fall off. Then I had to get another car. I would have still it started breaking down. Mm-hmm. But but it was clean. Mm-hmm. And so I believe you keep your stuff neat. You honor your space. Keep yourself, present yourself. I'm about to be all the way vulnerable. Like so. Can I go there? Yeah. Go ahead. For instance, this sweatshirt right here is from Walmart. Mm. I'm hard on these sweatshirts. Y'all probably see me in a different color one all the time. It's not really about the what. I mean, I probably look like my sweatshirt is from somewhere else because it's clean.
It is cute.
And it's soft. It's cute. I look like I might have got it out of Saks or something. This is Walmart. Mm-hmm. They got the nice fleece on the inside. It's good on my skin because I swim. Mm-hmm. My whole point is I present myself well. Mm-hmm. I keep myself up. It doesn't really matter what I package it in. It's what's packaged and how it's packaged. Right. And so, I just feel, because I love them. I got green, black, white, gray. So, so that's a mindset. A mindset that you got to be spending thousands of dollars in order for people to want to work with you. I wear Walmart sweatshirts, Nikes, and these tights is from Victoria's Secret. I just gave you my whole outfit.
You know that lady, Suze Orman, that does
Susie Orman.
Susie, I love her. So I remember she said something. She was on Oprah like years ago, and she said if she walked into somebody's house and their house is just a mess and unorganized, she said she can already tell that they have money issues because their whole life is just not organized. And I never forgot that.
It's true though. Yeah. It's true because the chaos is mimicking your mind. And so it's true. It's not about people think, I gotta already have money to be making money. Not necessarily. I gotta spend money. I gotta look a certain way. And so I had to give y'all some of y'all sitting at home right now, outfits cost more than mine, and I'm killing it.
So I'm gonna tell you, my friend told me, was making like $60,000, and actually was dating somebody that was making like $150,000. And so he was like, well, at the end of the day, I have more money than her because I had saved up like $80,000 and she hardly had any. Mm-hmm. And so it resonated with me. Like it doesn't matter how much money you have; it's what you're doing with it.
Yeah, and people will blow it. So we're saying all that to say you don't have to get so caught up in all of these things. Honor what you have because when you honor what you have and appreciate what you have, because I love these Walmart sweatshirts. Love them. I could go buy an expensive.
I do secondhand all the time.
Not a secondhand because I'm a bit of a germaphobe. The whole thought that somebody was in it, but
whenever I go to a ball, most times I will wear a secondhand dress.
And you look beautiful.
Like consignment. I do consignment a lot.
I know a lot. That's the big thing right now. I do both. I do a Walmart.
I'm not opposed to Walmart.
Me either.
I don't like their lines. I don't go.
Oh, you're right, but I go there. We get distracted. But so it's just honor your stuff. I could be like, well, this from Walmart, so I don't need to take care of it. I can have stains on it, but I wash it, I hang it up. I get it together, I accessorize. Yeah. And so, just make sure that when you are addressing your life, addressing your money, all of the small decisions that you make all day impact the big decisions. When you decide between, I'm trying to do something different with my life and with my money, but I need something new and clean to wear, you decide between $1,000 outfit and $100. Like those small decisions are big in how you honor your space. And so, we can talk about that all day.
All day, yeah, but we got stuff to do.
I sure do. I don't time.
Yeah, I got appointments today, but and I know you got appointments, a business to run. We in her business right now. But one thing I did want to say is that's something I've been working on, making smarter decisions with my money. I have actually turned down a few things lately. And not because I didn't have the money. I was just like, I really don't want to spend my money on that.
Right.
I could put that into something else. I could put that into marketing, some marketing materials. Yeah. And I don't have to go to everything. Because when I go out, when I go to whatever, I'm spending money.
Yeah.
And not to say I can't, but is that always a smart decision?
Do I want to spend my money?
Do I want to spend it on that?
Right.
I'm going to say no.
Right.
I don't have to do everything.
Right. So,
but anyway.
But yeah, I think we got everybody's. Oh wait,
any questions?
Oh wait, we're gonna take some questions and then we're gonna head out. I don't even know what time it is. So we have Keshawn said, yes, you are preaching, girl. I will be at the event, already signed up. Okay. I want this knowledge. Appreciate this live. Thank you, Miss Griffin. Bent but not broken. Yeah. Oh, I think
that's something.
Yes, she said absolutely. Keshawn said this is so good. Tilson Alton. Real Spit Sisters preach. Oh, thank y'all. Y'all so sweet. We might have to do 10 o'clock more often. Real David Dunn. Oh man, y'all tell these people go get them a nice quality dresser too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
treat yourself. You know, I'm not saying you gotta, but I'm saying to go to work. I ain't gotta wear a ball gown to go to work. Look at it. It got the nice little collar on it.
I'm sorry, I have to laugh at that. You're right, David. It's okay to have a nice one or two pieces.
Look, because I know if I was getting a refund, I would buy my. I always believe. I do believe. So I'm gonna dispel a myth. I do believe in percentages when it comes to your money. Mm-hmm. I live off less than 50. Okay. You get to the point where you can live off less than 50. Take 20%. Do whatever you want with it. Mm-hmm. If you're living off less than 50, do 20% every time you get money and do whatever you want with it, and then 30% invest it. Yes. Notice I didn't say save, invest it. So investing means if you have a business, you're putting it into the marketing of your business or the expansion of your business. If you're trying to purchase a second property or a real estate investment, you're putting it to the side to have enough for the down payment, or so you can seem like you're liquid when you go to the bank for your loan. If you want to get into stocks. So I do believe that, but that 20% is important, because if you're always working and you never enjoy the money, that's going to get cumbersome too. So, but there's levels to this, like Meek Mill said.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely, and that's something I do. I'm trying to do more of, like, because I work a lot, you know. And it's like you work, and I'm like, man, I need to stop and enjoy. You know, but I can't work constantly, and hey, I'm gonna treat myself to this. I'm gonna treat myself to that.
But the 20%, make sure it's something you want to do. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, not just stuff I feel like I should spend some money. Like, do something you want to do.
Something you like, you enjoy. Treat yourself to a nice massage or a nice purse.
Oh, I got a massage yesterday, so I be spending my 20%. Her name is Ashley. I don't know her last name. She was recommended to me. I'll have it for you next time. When I tell you this lady got me together.
Where?
She has a spot on Broad off of Canal Street. Mm-hmm. I don't forgot the name of it, but I'm gonna find out for y'all. And so I got a massage yesterday. That was a part of me pouring into myself. So I do use the 20%.
Right.
But that's all we got.
All right, y'all.
So
thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
February 1st, if you're not already registered, we have a few more spots. Mm-hmm. We actually opened up some more spots because we actually...
It was gone. I mean, the minute I put it live, I was like, golly, 26 people registered.
And that was the last time you checked. Mm-hmm. We might be at 40.
Oh, we probably way above that now.
We got to get more chairs. Mm-hmm. But you know, Lord. Or you might have to go like Jazz Fest and bring.
Room only.
But that's all right. Get this. You better get this knowledge. But yeah, come out. We have some goodies. We have some great information. Taxes will be prepared. We'll have some setups in the back offices so you can get your taxes prepared. Giveaways, door prizes, jewelry.
Getting more vendors.
So. Yeah, we're trying to get more vendors. Or not trying. We're open to selecting
more vendors. So if anybody has like a little, you know, maybe they sell jewelry.
No jewelry. We got the jewelry.
We got the jewelry on lock, but like purses,
no
accessories, we're open to that.
Little snacks is something. We're gonna do light bites, but you know, if somebody got like some cool shit.
Or some desserts or something.
Yeah. So hit Melissa up. I'm busy. But all right, y'all. So, you know, go to Square McGarry Text if you're on Instagram. I pinned it to the thingy and schedule your appointment. You get $75 off your prep fees when you use code Melissa. Same thing, Facebook. Use code Melissa. Get $75 off. Thank y'all.
All right, y'all have a good weekend. Peace.
All right. End video.